can always tell a man by his desk, and I have a messy desk. But somebody did send me something to do a review on. And the author is Kevin Brandt. It was edited by his friend Gene Lass. I do know the author, in full disclosure. I do know the author. And he sent me this book to review. I am going to give it back to him. And but it's a very good book in general. For me, it's not something I would actually buy myself. I don't have a problem with Android phones. I have used both pads, iPads and Android operating system pads. I prefer an iPad anyway, but the Androids, you know, can do everything that an iPhone or iPad can do, and so there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. It's just a preference for me. But if I had a parent that was learning how to use a phone or whatever, this would be the kind of book I would buy them to help them, instead of having them call me all the time and ask questions without me actually looking at the phone and going through it that way. So I can see this book being a very good resource for someone like that. And it's a standard, you know, guidebook, you know, a little bit about the author, the usual stuff, acknowledgments. He's got a nice table of contents. The back actually has a very good, when I went through it, a very good index covering lots of terms that are, you know, common for younger people, but older people probably would have a little hard time, you know, understanding. And as a matter of fact, he's got, you know, basically a couple pages on resources, and then of course an entire glossary of terms, besides having an index to everything within it. This particular version is a color version. It's when I go on Amazon, where he's got it for sale, he has 3 versions. Of course, this is, I think, 3 versions, but this is the most expensive. Then there is a black and white version that's like $10 cheaper, and then he actually has a Kindle version. And I kind of was thinking about the Kindle version, thinking, you know, what good would that be? But then the more I think about it, the Kindle version actually might work out really well for somebody. You buy the Kindle version and you put the Kindle app on your Android phone, and you can access it right on the phone while you're using the phone anyway. So I can see it actually, it makes a lot more sense when I started thinking about it that way. And of course the Kindle version is pretty cheap. So you know, it's just something to think about. But I do like the way it's put together. It covers everything that I can see that you need. I mean, I'm not going to go through it page by page, but it does cover everything. So, yeah, at any rate, you know, if you want the big book, you know, this is it. It's color, and everything looks, you know, very, very, very nice. You know, screenshots, and like I said, he covers everything that I could, you know, that I've ever wondered, and which I don't really. But when I went through it, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, that works for me. So I would say give it a check. Like I said, go on Amazon. He's got 3 versions, so I give it a couple thumbs up. You know, maybe it's not perfect, but I don't know, it's pretty good. So, but like I said, I do know the author. He put a lot of work into it personally, and I'm going to give this back to him because it's a pretty nice book to sell for him. So, but anybody else, you know, if you have an older adult in the family that needs help with their Android operating system on a phone or a pad, this is a good buy. So, thank you, and check it out.